Hello,
Hello, Hamza. How are you?
I'm great as well. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. Beautiful day here in Texas at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Y- Yeah, the weather is so good though in my hometown.
Oh, well, it's rainy in Istanbul, I heard.
No, I'm not in Istanbul.
No,
Now
but
I'm in.
another student told me that it was a terrible day in Istanbul. It's rainy. Yeah.
Actually, I went to my hometown 4 days ago.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm in Kırıkkale, which is near of the capital of city, right?
Uh-huh.
And now the weather is so nice. I can say actually hot. Weather
Yeah.
is so hot right now, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's summer. It should be hot in the summertime. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But
How's going everything? Long time no see.
pretty good, pretty good. I've been feeling a little under the weather though, but
Hmm.
miss you. Yeah.
Yeah, so I miss you too.
Yeah. So how's work going?
Um, I haven't gone to work for almost 1 week, right?
Yeah.
That's why I feel so relaxed. I feel so rested. And but 2 days later, I'll start. I'm going to start my work again.
Oh, well, that's good to have a job
Mm.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I like my job actually because I don't like so many breakup, right?
Yeah.
Break up my job.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
break up might be word.
I don't like so many breaks. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like so many breaks,
Yeah.
but uh, break time is so important to rest your body, your brain, your psychology and also everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So who have you been visiting?
And now I'm in house, which is my family, right?
Yeah.
My family's house,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm in. It's like this.
Yeah. Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Here is in village, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here is in my hometown, and I told you about this about that. I live in a village, right?
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah, now I am in the village.
people speak different Turkish there. Yeah. So when you came back, nobody understood you.
Yeah, understandable.
Uh,
Okay. How is the situation in US?
well, we're still here, which is nice. But uh, many some of my friends have contracted COVID-19,
Mhm,
so we're just a little bit concerned about them. You know, uh, I think I've had the flu or something this past week. Uh, I've had some body aches and pains and headaches and things like that. But no fever, no fever, which is good. And
mhm.
yeah, my
It might
wife.
be asymptomatic.
Yeah, maybe.
Asymptomatic.
Yeah. Well, when people get sick, I always get sick too. I'm a very empathetic person.
Yeah.
If you start sneezing, I start sneezing. If you start laughing, I start laughing. Yeah. So. Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, I try to relate to other people's emotions, and so if they don't feel good, I start not feeling good too. So uh, my wife never believes me when I'm sick. She just thinks it's oh you're just
Yeah,
you're just feeling for other people. Yeah,
it might be it might be contagious from another person, she would say.
yeah, yeah. Well, anyway. she's not a very good nurse, though. I wanted her to take my temperature, and she says, "I don't have time to babysit you." I said, "Oh."
Yeah, is your wife a nurse?
No, no,
No. Uh,
she's a business manager, but
uh,
at a medical clinic. Yeah, so
but a good job.
yeah. And I thought she would have, learn from the nurses at the office, but no, she's too much business, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Deal with children is so hard. Where I know from my job because I deal with children for 2 years in
Yeah,
the hospital.
yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, we'll be fine. I'm surviving, and Cambly always makes me feel better when I start Cambly every day. My
Mm,
my
Yeah,
student
me too.
my
Me
students
too.
always they always bring out the best in me. So it's good.
Actually,
It's good therapy. Yeah, Cambly is good therapy.
yeah, actually, I agree, and I was going to say, my father. I wanted to meet you with my father, right?
Uh-huh.
And my father went out, and
Conveniently.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I didn't.
Mhm.
Uh, and actually, like you said, Cambly is a good method to rest your brain, right?
Yeah.
To for example, we are in survive every time,
hmm
right?
Survival mode. Yeah.
Surviving mode, but uh, I, I usually say myself, yeah, you need to find you should find more activities, right?
hmm
You should do more activities. Cambly is one of them. And yeah, I'll do exercise. I'll start exercise after the virus, because in this process I have gained 5 kilos.
Oh well. Yeah. That's you can lose it just as fast too. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, but I have I have a bit belly any longer.
Yeah. Your Turkish muscle is growing. Huh?
Yeah, Turkish. Why? How did you know that? Many people don't know this.
Yeah.
Turkish muscle.
Yeah.
We say, actually, in Turkish we say Türk baklavası.
Yeah.
Turkish baklava.
Yeah. Turkish baklava.
Do you see my Turkish baklava? No.
Yeah. Or your balcony. You have a
Normally
you have a
we
balcony.
call yeah, baklava. It means in Turkish muscle, right? We
Uh-huh.
say instead of muscle sometimes,
Yeah.
especially for daily conversations.
Uh-huh.
Wow. For example, when the people tell me, Hamza, you have a belly, right? You have a big belly. No, this is a Turkish baklava. This is Turkish baklava.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Yeah,
I miss
exactly.
Turkish baklava, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, Turkish baklava is good, but I mentioned about the muscle is it means Turkish baklava because it's like similar
Yeah.
appearance similar to mussel, right?
Yeah.
Baklava.
Hmm.
Baklava's appearance similar to mussels. That's why we use this word, right?
Hmm.
Turkish baklava instead of Turkish mussel. It
Hmm.
means similar.
Okay, I'll remember that next time I talk to somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, do you have Turkish baklava?
Do you like Turkish baklava?
Do you like Turkish baklava? Yeah.
Uh, Turkish is an interesting language. Oh, I
but
found.
it might be not common.
Mhm.
We general inter interpersonal, right? We general use is interpersonal, interpeople. Anyway, interstel. I don't know this. Inter between, right? Between people, we use this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interpersonal
actually,
communication.
yeah. Actually, I found an interesting topic right today
Okay.
about dreams.
Dreams. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I want to finish. I want to finish Ango lessons, but Ango lessons are good method to learn English. I like enjoy. I like enjoying Ango lessons.
Hmm. Yeah. So.
There are so many interesting topics in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So, what shall we do first?
Of course, let me share with you. Let me share to you
With you. With you.
with you. Okay.
All right. Dreams.
I am not on Turkish time today. After too late, I came here.
Dreams. The advanced dreams. Mm.
Yeah. I don't like grammar topics because I have finished all grammar lessons on Cambly, but uh, conversation topics or discussion topics or describing something topics are better than grammar topics because grammar in the grammar topics you cannot talk about something more,
No,
but discussion topics, yeah,
everything has to be according to that structure. Yeah.
yeah, but I grab a opportunity to speak English in these topics.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, we got the vocabulary.
Of course,
Consequence.
consequence. I try to use these words when I write an essay, right?
Uh-huh.
Consequence of something.
Yes. Uh-huh.
In this word, an outcome of a situation,
Hmm.
it means
Hmm.
it uses as a noun.
Hmm.
Outcome means consequence or result.
Result. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Result.
Because of something. Yeah. There.
Because of something. Okay. Example: smoking. Smoking can. Uh, I said funny. Smoking can have serious consequences,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Or drinking alcohol can have serious
Hmm.
consequences.
And notice that this this word is usually used with something that's negative. That's not very. It's not a positive thing. Smoking is
Yeah,
smoking is not good for you, so it has consequences. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
Consequences. Yeah, negative consequences.
Hmm.
Actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Example two. Drinking too much. Like I said, drinking too much has consequences.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's much better. This
Let's see.
example
Not
much better.
exercising has Turkish baklava consequences.
Yeah.
The consequence of
Um,
eating too much is Turkish baklava.
but um, it doesn't matter to eat Turkish baklava, a piece of Turkish baklava. It's not harm, right?
No, no, not one, not one. But how many people only eat just one piece of baklava? Hmm? Hmm?
Any people
Yeah.
don't eat baklava. A piece of baklava. When you start eating baklava, no, you cannot stop here.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
You cannot stop yourself.
it's very addicting. Yeah, very addicting. Hmm.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Okay. The consequences of sharing company secrets can be serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, we have a secret about something, and the consequences of sharing our secrets
Well, you can lose your job.
can be
Yeah.
serious. Yeah, or can be outcome, can be outcome,
Can have
or can
can
be
have a negative
uh,
outcome. Yeah.
it can be have a negative outcome, or it becomes each other fallout maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Each other fall out. It can.
What a bad sentence.
Yeah, that one doesn't work too well.
How could you
There,
make a good sentence?
uh,
Then better.
there's a lot of there could be a lot of fallout if if you share the if you share company secrets.
Hmm. Oh, okay,
Mhm.
maybe interesting. Yeah, I think that's enough. Up to you, maybe.
That's enough.
Yeah, actually, this is so useful word, consequences,
Hmm.
especially for writing. Then, so we can continue reading examples,
Hmm.
examples. Your cold is one consequence of not getting enough rest.
Yep.
Yeah, I can use this sentence for me,
Hmm. Hmm.
especially in my school times.
Yeah.
That's why
We're,
your quotes,
yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
or another situation I can use, for example, like where it is, yeah, no, this like this, yeah, this, yeah, fatigue. How actually I remember to say how can I pronounce it, fatigue.
Fatu.
Okay, I'll
I'm
write
gonna
to
get
you,
back to you then. Just a minute. Okay. Fatigue. Fatigue.
fatigue,
Uh-huh.
like Fatih, a bit letter difference.
Fatigue.
Fatigue,
Uh-huh.
fatigue. Okay. Then for example, a friend of mine might say to me, Hamza, your fatigue is your fatigue is one consequences consequence of not getting enough rest.
Yeah. Your fatigue is one consequence of not getting enough rest.
Get enough rest.
Fatigue.
Yeah.
Fatigue. Can you say that again?
Actually,
Fatigue.
fatigue,
Yeah. Fatigue.
fatigue. Hmm,
It
okay.
sounds like an
English
Arabic
is
name.
so weird.
Sounds like an Arabic name to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, fatigue.
I thought the same.
Abdullah.
Fatigue.
Abdullah fatigue.
Abdullah Fatigue, and there's another name. It's like fatigue, but there is another word is H, right?
Yeah.
Not finish G, is finish H. Fatih,
Yeah. Yeah.
Fatih.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, Fatih is my uncle name.
Oh.
Yeah, my uncle name is Fatih.
Yeah. Well, I hope he's not fatigued.
Not fatigue, Fatih. Yeah, it's like Arabic name,
Yeah. Yeah.
Fatih.
Mhm. Good way to remember it, anyway.
Yeah, good way to remember.
Uh-huh.
Loss of human life, laws.
Uh-huh. Let me get
How
back
could I
to you.
pronounce it? Yeah, loss of human life is the most serious consequence. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What a good sentence. Most serious consequence of
Hmm.
war.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with the
Hmm.
sentence. There are so many war in the world. That's why loss of human life is the most serious consequence of war
Mhm.
or wars.
Of Savash, yes.
Savage, yeah. Savage is Savage has responsible of everything.
Yeah.
Don't tell him.
I won't. I won't.
Okay. The consequence of the nuclear disaster will be, I don't know this word,
Devastating. Devastating.
devastating.
Yeah.
Like the most like there's another word like this.
Yeah.
To demonstrate something.
Well,
Demonstrate something.
mm,
No, not demonstrate.
devastating just means total destruction. Yeah.
Yeah, havoc.
Total
Like
destruction.
havoc.
Yeah. Devastating.
How about this word?
What word? Devastating?
No, I wrote
Oh,
it.
oh, I don't see you when I. Yeah, just tell me. Yeah, havoc.
Havoc.
Yeah, that would be
Mm,
total chaos. Devastating havoc. It'll wreak havoc. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Clear.
Will wreak.
Okay.
To wreak. Uh-oh. Something went wrong here. Hmm. Pause. Havoc. Havoc. Confusion.
To cause havoc. Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it a noun?
It's a verb. To cause. So,
No.
yeah. Havoc is the
To
noun.
cause.
Cause is the verb. Yeah.
Cause the verb.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. How's my beard,
Oh, your beard.
by the
Your
way?
beard is it's very
Mm,
nice.
It it
Relax.
has raised.
Do you
Yeah, a bit. Uh, how could
do you have
my beard actually a bit
it's a bit thin?
rare.
It's a bit thin?
But
Is it a bit thin
I'm
on
sorry.
top? It's thin over here. You have
Yeah, I don't know this word. Could you write this?
thin. It's a bit thin.
Thin. Yeah, thin. Not thin actually. Rare, maybe rare. It does mean no, not those correct words. I can say instead of this word. Yeah, this word I found it.
Which word?
S- it's here. It is
Oh,
sparse.
yeah, sparse. Yeah,
Sparse. Yeah, my beard is a little sparse.
yeah.
Yeah, but
That means you have some Asian blood in you. You know.
yeah, it's like Asian because my grandfathers it's going so many years ago,
Uh-huh.
and they I think they came here from Asia.
Yeah, yeah. You
90%.
you
Yeah.
look a little Asian. Yeah, your eyes look a little bit Asian. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I look like my grandfather actually.
Yeah. Well,
My grandfather eyes is similar similar me similar
similar to mine.
my
To mine.
similar to mine.
Uh,
And yeah, I my eyes are slanting.
yeah, a bit, but they look nice. You look handsome. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so appreciative to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
honestly.
Your girlfriend,
Yeah, I
your
like speaking
girlfriend will
English every time with you.
approve.
To tell the truth,
Yeah,
yes. Okay.
you and I. One reason I like your eyes, you smile with your eyes, which is nice.
Yeah, I like smiling actually because I learned from my family smile is so nice for you because uh, as if as for psychology,
Uh-huh.
when you smile, right, you feel happy,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
But if you think I'm everything is doing bad and life is so good, life is so bad. I don't like everything, and uh, each person doesn't like me, right? If I feel how I don't know this word. Yeah, if I feel pessimistic,
Yeah,
right?
pessimistic. Very good.
Yeah, if I feel pessimistic, life and
If
consequence of thing,
the
right?
consequence of this will produce something, right? Will,
Correct. Yeah,
yeah,
consequence of this the life turns into um, worse.
yeah, and it makes you a person nobody wants to be with. If you're negative all the time, people don't want to be with you. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, I don't like pessimistic ideas.
yeah.
That's why I try to smile every time, and especially I see this in the hospital. When the people come to hospital,
Mm-hmm.
I smile to I smile to them, right?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
smile too.
I smile at them.
Smile to them.
Smile at them.
I smile at them, and they feel anxiety, right? Because of their situation.
Yeah,
They are sick, right? And they start relaxing when I smile them,
yeah.
and
Smile at them.
I I, I smile at them. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, well, that's important to do with your job. People come in the hospital, they need to
Exactly.
feel comfortable. You know.
Yeah, I try to think instead of them, right? We say in Turkish empathy
Empathy. Yeah,
or
yeah,
empathy.
yeah. Huh. That's my problem.
Yeah,
I have a lot of empathy toward people. Yeah,
yeah. So much empathy is not good for us.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I'm not feeling good today.
Okay.
Oh, really? Oh no. No.
Okay. Now we are on interpretation. No,
I don't know. Let me go back.
yeah, interpretation.
Interpretation. Interpretation.
Interpretation.
Hmm.
Explanation of the meaning of something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think no. First of all,
Hmm.
if I read example, it would be better for me. The teacher gave his interpretation of the
Interpretation.
text.
Interpretation.
Interpret interpretation,
Inter
like feedback,
interpret interpretation. The interpretation.
interpretation,
Interpretation.
interpretation,
Yeah, much better. Shun. Tation. Interpretation.
interpretation, patient,
Interpretation.
interpret. I think I have a problem after inter. Para,
Yeah, yeah, it's a pra and not a pre. Interpretation?
pre,
No, interpretation.
interpra,
Interpretation.
interpretation.
Almost. Interpretation.
Yeah, interpretation.
Hmm.
Okay, it might be feedback of something, someone, right? Or command.
I don't
comments or
understand.
slangs. Yeah, interpretation means like might be like
It's what you think. It's what
feedback.
you believe. It's your interpretation of something. Yeah.
Yeah, interpretation. Hey, yeah, okay, okay. Here's an noun form. For example, um, I explained. I explained to my friends interpretation of the what it whatever anyway
I explained to my
interpretation
friend
of
my interpretation of the poem, my interpretation of the
of
book, my interpretation
yeah or
of uh, of
lesson
of the lesson. Yeah.
or text exam.
You can also use it with languages too. For example, if a person doesn't speak Turkish, like me, I
Hmm.
need an interpreter. I need someone to interpret for me. So if I speak in front of a group, you need to stand next to me and listen to what I say and then put it into Turkish. That's interpretation.
Mm.
Yeah. It's like translating, but an interpreter takes the message and changes it to something that people understand. Yeah. But
Yeah, could you write this that example
okay.
which is taught me?
Yeah. When I speak in Turkey, I need someone to interpret uh, someone interpret my speech.
Like translator,
Yeah, like a translator.
like a translator. Hmm. When I speak in Turkey, I need someone to interpret.
Interpret is the verb.
Inter
Okay, interpretation is the
the
noun.
interpretation is an okay,
Yeah,
okay. Thanks for good example.
yeah,
Yeah. Another one. Opposite.
opposite, opposite.
Opposite. Yeah, opposite. Completely different. For example, opposite of white is, for example, dark,
Opposite of white is black.
black.
The opposite of light is dark.
Yeah, the opposite of is east, right?
Hmm.
Is north,
No, opposite of east is west.
east, west. No, okay, west, east. Okay. Or for example, uh, his ideas completely opposite, uh, opposite my ideas,
Yeah, his ideas are a complete opposite of my ideas. Yeah.
opposite of my ideas. Yeah, in my opinion.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. Sometimes I think I married a complete opposite person. Good. That's
Yeah,
good though.
that's
Opposites attract. Yeah.
in my opinion. That's it. That's that is destiny
Yeah, yeah.
for all mans, for all mans, for all man.
Opposites attract. Yeah.
Okay. I know of them. Psychology is easy, maybe.
Yeah.
I know. Anxiety.
Anxiety, feeling nervous about something.
Yeah, I have. I almost have anxiety when I work.
Really? Uh,
Yeah, because my work area so stress. My work area has so stressful place, right?
oh, really? Hmm.
Yeah, because first urgent, right?
Yeah. Do you work in the emergency room?
Yeah, I work in
Ah, no
emergency room.
wonder. There's a lot of anxiety there. You never
Yeah,
know
that's
who's
why.
coming in. Yeah.
And you have to deal with patients and patients' relatives and fathers and mothers. So
You
yeah,
have to
that
deal
means
with
parents.
the other doctors too. Yeah.
Yeah, and also doctors and other staffs.
Uh-huh.
For example, normally I am a
Yeah.
nurse, but I have to deal with, and also I have deal with other stuffs, right?
Yeah.
Like stuff, maybe secretary.
Oh, you have to do
Uh,
paperwork.
yeah, yeah, I also, and most of them.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, why did secretary print this page, for example? I'm not secretary, and I respond them. I'm not secretary, but you have responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a responsibility, and I usually respond them. Why? Why? This is not my duty.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So do you have a lot of enemies at work?
Yeah,
Oh.
every
Oh.
time,
Yeah. Yeah.
because we haven't certain duty as a nurse
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
in the hospital.
Mm. Yeah, and I suppose the secretary thinks they're overwhelmed too. Yeah.
Yeah, and they he has passed them. And when I say this, why? Because they have no,
Excuse me.
yeah, they would have finished uh, this, right?
Yeah.
Or they would have completed
Yeah.
this duty, and I also respond them.
Mm. Yeah. Well, that's good, man. It's good to be able to say no sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
good
some
way,
people
you
some
know.
people don't know how to say no. Yeah.
This big problem actually. When I got a job,
Uh-huh.
I I I am not used to. I used to. I'm not. I don't. I didn't used to how to say no.
Yeah, I didn't yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know how to say no, and over time, I had to learn how to say no.
Yeah. Because your job can kill you. I tell you, if you're doing everybody else's job too. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
How long have you been a nurse? I forgot.
I have been a nurse almost 2 years.
Oh, okay. So it's a relatively short time.
Yeah, actually, I have been working as a nurse since July, 5th, 2nd
Oh.
of July, 2018.
Hmm. So your anniversary is coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my university is coming
your
up.
2-year anniversary.
the university have will have finished 2 years later. Oh, I used this grammar. Yeah, the university will have finished 2 years, 2023,
Uh-huh.
and maybe and then I'll go to the uh,
So,
military. So
that's
I'll go
right.
to the
Yeah.
soldier.
You're still a young man. You
Yeah,
still have to go to the military. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Would you go? Would you
Okay.
go for 3 weeks, or would you go for 6 months?
Actually, yeah, why? You surprise me every time. You know more than you know more information than me. Actually, I would go for 3 weeks, but
Costs a lot of money.
to go, yeah, I need much more money. Maybe it depends on the situation
Yeah.
because I still have 3 years to choose which one is it.
To
Yeah.
start saving your money now.
Yeah,
Putting some in the bank every week, yeah, for your military. Yeah. Because
yeah, probably I'll do.
I talked to a lot of medical students and professional people, and they tell me they always go for 3 weeks, uh, but
Yeah,
it's expensive.
as a dollar, I'll tell you as a dollars. Think after think as an dollar as a dollars, it's so cheap. But when you take Turkish liras, it's for me it's
Oh,
so expensive.
yeah,
It's like uh,
yeah,
$5,000.
yeah, yeah,
I think it's a good price actually, but salaries are so uh, how could say,
yeah. And you'd have to say goodbye to your beard.
yeah, salaries are so low.
Yeah, you'd have to say goodbye to your beard and bye to your hair and bye to.
I I don't want to imagine this. No, I don't want to lose my my hair. Okay.
Well, have you ever
This
considered going back to school and being a doctor?
I'm not sure of it now.
Oh,
Now I only finish the school, and then yeah, in this time, I'll see. I'll think about it.
yeah. But then, if you become a doctor in Turkey, you have to live in Eastern Turkey for 2 years, I think.
Yeah, when I start as a doctor, if I start as a doctor, I have to work 2 years east of Turkey.
Yeah,
Especially it's same for teachers
teachers too.
and soldiers.
Yeah,
Yeah, soldiers, teachers. How I could pronounce it. Anyway, sure. We have article.
yeah. Let's go back to that article. I just Your
Yeah,
life is interesting. I just like to find out.
yeah. We can.
Okay, let's read it.
Okay. Can I
Yes,
start?
I'm ready.
Okay. Dreams and their relevance.
Relevance.
Relevance.
It means
Dreams and
what they
their.
mean. What when Yeah.
Okay. For many people, having a dream is simply a common consequence of sleep. They forget about them the moment they wake up. Some, however, take dreams more seriously. Those who can remember their dreams after waking up often try to understand their meanings. Dream
Interpretation.
interpro- interpretation has always been important to people who believe dreams are connected to real life. Centuries ago, all major decisions depended on the dreams of empires,
Emperors.
emperors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kings and their advisors. Yeah, depended on the dreams of emperors,
Emperors. Emperors.
emperors,
Emperors.
emperors,
Uh-huh.
emperors, kings and their advisors. Over time, people began realizing that they dream of some things, uh, their dream of some things more often than others. Then they began connecting those dreams to things that happen to them in real life. That is probably why nowadays we believe that dreaming of a pig means good luck, dreaming of a snake means danger,
Uh,
and I don't believe
no.
anything. And dreams of having a tooth pulled off out pulled out means
Oh
death.
no. Oh,
Some people believe this in Turkey,
really?
though. By the way. Yeah,
Ooh,
tooth pulled out means death in Turkey.
oh no. I've had a lot of teeth pulled out in my dreams.
But you're still alive.
Yeah,
You, some people.
where are my teeth now?
What is your teeth? Where is your teeth?
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay. Sorry.
No. Some people believe that dreams should not be taken literally. They claim that dreams might actually have a meaning that is completely opposite from reality. For instance, if you were sad in your dream, that could mean joy and happiness in your life. Some assume that dreams are in fact warning of what might happen to a person. Psychologists tend to perceive dreams as
Suppressed.
sup- suppressed desires and or anxieties. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think the
The
last one is
last
true.
part of article.
Suppressed desires or anxieties. Yeah.
Yeah, we have three questions. Actually, I want to finish the after discussion.
Okay.
After the discussion,
All right.
uh, what do some people think dream about snake snake means? Yeah, I know where it is. Uh, yes, snake means danger,
Mm,
right?
yeah. A lot of danger.
Means
Hmm.
question two. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Answer.
Perfect. Hmm.
What do some people think dreaming about having a tooth pulled out means? What about? I don't know. It means
Means you need to brush
I'll
your teeth before you go to bed.
I'll have yeah, I dreamed my teeth had have been pulled by someone or people, and I think I'll be death.
Yeah.
I'll death.
Yeah.
I'll die.
Yeah. I don't like the dentist
I'll
either.
yeah, I'll be die. I'll be die next year.
I hope not.
How yeah, how do psychologists pursue dreams? Yeah, that's I agree. Psychology is about their ideas about dreams, right? Or their pursues.
Hmm.
Uh, I think, for example, I am in the work. The day passed so bad,
Yeah,
and because of this, I dreamed bad. Dreamed bad events
yeah,
or about hospital, right? And sometimes I dreamed about uh, I dreamed about hospital, right? When I dreamed, I see I deal with patients and their parents, right?
yeah, yeah,
And I fighting them,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. As
and
a
like
teacher,
this.
when I was a beginning teacher, I would always have dreams about lessons and how to control students and teaching all night, in my dreams. And then I would wake up and I was so tired because I was trying to teach my students in my dreams.
Yeah, actually, it's important. But after many times, especially after get used to work,
Yeah,
after get used to work in workplace, um don't. Yeah, I didn't see any dreams about the hospital.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
since so many
But my
times,
first
for so
year of
many
teaching
times,
was terrible because
like me.
yeah, I dreamt of my classroom all the time. And my first classroom was my Turkish classroom.
Wow,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. So I had
In Izmir or Istanbul?
Izmir. Yeah.
İzmir, yeah.
So I had 58 students in every class, and I would teach them all day, and then I'd dream about them all night, and
How were students?
they were pretty good.
Hmm.
Yeah, most
They were they respect
yeah most of the
you?
time, most of the time. Yeah.
Mm. It's so important to
Some of
respect
them
teachers.
some of them were a little naughty, but but they're kids. Yeah, children are that way.
Yeah, yeah. To educate children is so hard, but although it's so hard, it's so permanent.
Yeah, we had
Effect,
we had a lot of
the first effect is so permanent for children's
yeah we had
for
we
children.
usually had a lot of fun. We sang songs
Yeah,
together. We I gave them opportunity to speak in class, and
yeah. I wish I would be a teacher actually.
yeah, well, I bet you'd be a good teacher.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have patience like a nurse, though. Yeah,
Yeah, but
lots of
it's
patience.
a bit lots of patience. Yeah. Okay. We have last five questions.
Okay.
I have.
Uh-huh.
I answered question one.
Yeah.
What do you usually dream about?
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, for example, uh, I usually dream about daily life, from daily life,
Yeah.
and my profession, sometimes marriage,
Oh.
like marriage. And about general, I dreamed about my life.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Why do you think you dream of something or someone? Yeah, because uh, I dreamed a tutor of mine because I used to see him every
Uh,
time, almost every day, and that's why when when whenever no how much or how much or how what yeah how much when you get contact with someone
uh-huh.
uh, and you see him or you see someone as much as
very often.
see him,
Yeah, yeah, you see them
see
very often, and
see them
they become part of
very
your
often.
life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
is that I said I make a good sentence, right? Up to here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You when you see a tutor many times a week, they become part of your life. They become part of your routine, and of course, you start dreaming about them. Yeah, I dream about my students
Mm,
too. Yeah, talking to them on Cambly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably I see. I would see you in my dream when we are talking about English.
Yeah,
Actually,
or baklava.
I saw a teacher, actually, who name is Tarquin,
Uh-huh.
tutors on Cambly, and he came. When I dreamed, when I saw dreamed, he was in Turkey, near even near of the hospital, near of the
Okay.
hospital. And why why are you here? Why you came here? What are you doing here? I told him, and I don't remember remains of dream, remains of the dream.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I used to speak him every day. That's why I dreamed him in my.
that's
I
why I
dreamed
dreamt of him. That's why I dreamt of.
dreamt of him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I dreamt of him.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He
Have
he
you?
must have been a
Uh,
close friend to think about all the time. Yeah.
yeah, and he was the. He was the.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Hmm.
Do you please go on?
What's the next question?
Okay. Uh, do you ever try to interpret,
Interpret.
right? Interpret, interpret,
Interpret.
interpret your dreams? Why? I didn't interpret my dreams generally because I usually don't believe in dreams, or I think I cannot interpret dreams correctly. That's why I don't try to interpret dreams. I think it's not necessary to interpret dreams.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I think some dreams are so personal to you or to me. You know, they're a part of you, and so they're an extension of your feelings. So, and when you interpret your dreams, you can interpret how you're feeling. You know, how are you doing psychologically? You know, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
That's why I don't believe in dreams. Or if the dreams were correct, I think I would not interpret correctly.
yeah. Well, I've had some weird dreams, weird ones.
Yeah, generally my dreams are so weird.
But when I was younger, I dreamt I went to school in my underwear. You know, not dressed, not
Actually,
dressed.
I I have a sensible dream.
Yeah.
When I was before when I got a job,
Uh-huh.
I dreamed I am going to I got a job. I dreamed that I got a job, and I had the news about my job, and I am going to the office with my father.
Uh-huh.
But the dreams happened, happened real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes your dreams can come true. Yeah. My dream came true last year when I was able to go back to Turkey. That was a dream of mine. Yeah. So we'll
Yeah,
see what happens. We'll
actually,
see what happens. Yeah. Well,
and
Hamza, thank you so much for a wonderful lesson. Yeah, it's always good to see you again, and
mm,
enjoy your 2 days off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll enjoy it.
And
Teacher, thank you for everything
okay,
and teaching me.
yes, I'll see you soon.
Take care of yourself.
Okay.
I'll see you.